Hello, I'm Jerry Fort, the beer review guy, and I'm going to do a review today on this Sawtooth Nitro from Left Hand Brewery, Longmont, Colorado. Stan gave me this today, older gentleman I work with. He was working on a different property today, and the manager was going to throw the beer out, and he said, wait a minute, let me give that to Jerry. He does beer reviews on beer. So I don't know if that made any sense. He does beer reviews, and so he got it for me. So he wanted me to do it tonight if I could, and send him a message and tell him that I did it. So he was curious about it. So since he went through the trouble of grabbing it for me, I thought I'd go ahead and do it tonight. I couldn't find a whole lot of information on this. On the bottle, it says, brewed on the banks of the mighty St. Vrain. Super smooth, nutty malt flavors, balanced by herbal hops. It's a 5.3% by volume. Enjoy at 40 to 45 degrees in a pub glass. Well, I believe that's what I got right here. I think on the box it says Pilsner, though, classic Pilsner. I don't know if that's the same thing or not. But, so anyway, I got a little bit of information on it. It's an all-American ale. I got a little, a magazine. The lady that did the review on it in the magazine, his name is Abby Fairs. In 2013, the magazine is called 5280 from the Denver magazine. I'll read that after we get into this here. From the Left Hand Sawtooth Nitro site, now from Beer Advocate, it says it's a strong bitter, and the style is extra special. Let's see, they gave it a score of 77 and say it's okay. So let's see what this brings to the table. Boy, I took off the top and it's already got a little foam up there. I don't know if you can see that or not. Bubbling already. Okay. Let's see. Well, it's kind of a dark amber. I thought it was going to be a little darker than that, but it's forming some creaminess. Large bubbles, hardly any head. The head that it does have, it's starting to go away already. It's leaving a nice lacing on the glass there. Inside, it's got a little bit of carbonation, some bubbles on the side of the glass there. It's got that pretty dark amber color I mentioned. Hazy. Kind of foggy through there. Can't see through there very much. But, alright, let's see what it smells like. Yeah, I like that smell of a beer. That aroma. It's got the malty aromas. Light caramel. Let's see. The nuttiness. Maybe a little bit, yeah. Alright, let's see what this tastes like. It does have a bitterness to it. Not, in my opinion, it's not strong. If I say it's strongly bitter, then you know it's strong. But this is, because I don't like real bitter beers. I'm not a real big fan of them. There are some that I can tolerate. This is a tolerable beer. This is a good beer. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it. You can taste a little bit of that nuttiness on that second drink. It is malty, very malty. Sweet, yeah, it's got a slight sweetness to it. Herbal hops. I don't know much about hops yet. The score they gave it was 77. I think I probably would have gave it a little bit better than that. I like this beer, it's really good. Yeah, that's some good stuff. 5.3%. I don't really taste the alcohol that much in here. That little bit of head it had, I don't know if you can see it or not. It's just kind of hanging out there. It's not really going away. The bubbles are still setting up there. Yeah, that's an enjoyable beer. Alright, let me let that warm up just a little bit, and let me read this, what this lady wrote. I thought it was kind of clever, kind of neat. Let's see. Left Hand Brewing recently added 2 sleek new brews to their Nitro series, Sawtooth Nitro and Wake Up Dead Nitro. With a long night of writing ahead of me, I reached for the Sawtooth, a session beer with a much lower ABV to sip while I tapped away at my keyboard. Since it was a nitro bottle, I knew to expect the pour to be smooth and creamy, accompanied by more evenly distributed flavors than the CO2 version. But when I popped the top and immediately gave it a hard pour into the glass, I was befuddled by the copper-colored ale sitting in front of me. The head was so thick and velvety that I nearly lunged for a spoon to start scooping off the foam like ice cream. Luckily, my inner beer savant reprimanded me just in time. The rich creamy head was a nice setup for the flavors that followed. It was a medium-bodied brew, balanced with sweet caramel malt, a tinge of nuttiness, and just a hint of herbal hops, spreading evenly onto the whole palate. The nitro version seemed far less bitter than the regular Sawtooth. And while the nutty malts and light hops reminded me of the original version, there was no denying that this pour was a whole lot creamier. The finish was slightly dry, but refreshing, and left me planning for another writing session. So the first one I described is probably the other one, the Wake Up Dead Nitro. Then the one she described later was this one here we got. So anyway, that was kind of a cool little story she had there. Alright, let's see if there's anything. There's not that many flavors to try to grab out of the beer, but that's an enjoyable flavor of a beer there. I like that. So anyway, Sawtooth Nitro, Left Hand Brewery, Longmont, Colorado. Not too far from where I lived in Colorado. I said that on one of the other reviews when I did another Left Hand Brewery beer. I don't have any beer school. Didn't really have any prepped up. Thought this might take up some time, so I didn't get any ready for this time. Maybe next time. But okay. Well, I appreciate y'all watching, and I hope you check out my next one. It's Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.